Strike a chord. Let the young and the old dance.
Hey friends, it's Rachel. I usually do decorating videos on my channel, but I wanted to switch things up today and take you shopping with me. I always appreciate when Hobby Lobby styles things together in vignettes like this because it gives you some great ideas on what pieces might go well together in your own home. This large gold bell was $50 regular price, but remember all of Hobby Lobby's Christmas items are 50% off whatever the price tag says. These skis would add a nice rustic touch leaning up against a porch. They were about 5 feet tall, and I could see these presents styled in an entryway or maybe under a covered porch. Here are some of their gingerbread pieces, but we will see more of it later. I just wanted to show you what they had in the entryway. I believe this neutral looking gingerbread cookie jar is new this year, and if I know the price of something, I'll try to put it up on the screen for you. But again, I will be putting up the regular prices, so be sure and take half off whatever it says.
Is wonderful. Counselor, Prince of
One of the first places I wanted to go was to the picks section. These can get cleared out pretty quickly, so you'll want to grab whatever you need early. Bells are big this year. I almost bought these last year for my tree, and then at the last minute I changed my mind about it. But picks are a great way to add excitement to a tree, and if you're going for a certain color scheme, choosing 2, 3, or even 4 different kinds of picks in the same color is a great way to add different textures and interest while keeping with your theme. For example, these larger gold leaf picks and this other style of leaves would look really nice on the same tree. And I would even add in some of these round, I don't know what you'd call them, but these sparkly ball picks. All 3 of those on the same tree would look gorgeous. And here's another tip. Don't be afraid to add darker picks like black picks along with the gold on your tree, especially if you like mixing metals with the other decor in your room, like the decor besides your tree, because then your tree will help pull all of that together. Here's more of those sparkly gold balls, but they're more of a rose gold. And then these gold berry picks with a little bit of snow on them are also perfect fillers. I love these as well. They also come in red and black. Hobby Lobby has a great selection of Christmas wall decor, but the best Christmas wall decor pieces often get sold out first. You may have noticed that if you've been watching the Christmas wall decor on the Walmart and Target websites. This picture caught my eye. Not only do I love the bold colors and the gold frame, but it's small enough to fit anywhere. You may notice that I often put my hand next to a piece to give you a quick reference idea of how large something is. They do have the measurement of each piece next to the price tag in the upper right hand corner, which is so handy when you're out shopping. And by the way, I don't know if this is the right place to insert this, but we will be looking at some of the Christmas trees later on, and I do have a few tips for you when shopping for Christmas trees.
Emmanuel, bread of life, King of all kings, the one true.
This piece is really popular this year. This might have been the only one left at the store, so I hope I don't regret leaving that behind. And then I think this one with a black background is so classy and elegant. If I can figure out where to put that, I think I might want that. I'm filing that one in my brain. I also like this nativity scene. So pretty.
And come gather around the baby King Jesus.
Let's talk about bells. As I said before, bells are really big this year, and there's at least 1 or 2 options for each kind of aesthetic here. These first bells I've showed you were more rustic, including these, and then these are more of a classic type of bell for traditional decorating. They have that shinier finish. These bells also have a very shiny finish, and they have a bow attached to them. Maybe the only thing bigger than bells this year are bows. Again, very traditional. Here are a few more traditional type of bells, but they could work in a cottagecore or more rustic setting as well. I really like these rustic wood bells. They have so much character to them. These Robert Stanley glass metallic ball ornaments give Pottery Barn a run for their money. High-end looks for less, very trendy right now. The 4-inch ones are $7.99 regular price, and the 5-inch are $9.99, and they are selling out online. So if you want any of these and you see them in your store, I highly recommend that you not hesitate. Speaking of things that sell out, this 6-foot real feel garland for $50 is very comparable to these designer garlands. I took the liberty of showing you some comparisons on the screen. That said, if you can still get your hands on it, this My Texas House 9-foot garland from Walmart is still the best deal. This Norfolk pine garland is $56.49. That's the sale price, I'm telling you again this time. And it is 14 feet long, so not a bad price. And if you're looking for something that looks very natural and understated but beautiful, I think this gold pine and pine cone garland is beautiful. And then here's another garland that caught my eye. It's a frosted pine garland. It is 6 foot long and it has the berries and the pine cones in it. Very pretty, very classic. Now we're headed to the tabletop trees, and as you can see, there's so much selection here. There's glass trees, resin, bottle brush trees, ceramic. Anything you can dream of, they probably have it. Of course, I'm not able to show you all of the prices, but I will show you a couple of them to give you an idea. And just like the bells, there are trees for every kind of decor style. And that can also be said about the deer. You know, deer are very popular again this year. I will be showing you a few of those too.
Heavenly hosts singing hallelujah. Christ the Savior.
This next item is sold out online. It is this gold sculpted tree with a marble base. This screams Pottery Barn. I should have grabbed it, but I was so busy filming. So please, everybody, save me one of those too. Apparently, I'm no good at filming and making decisions. The candle wreaths were pretty similar to last year, as were these kinds of trees, so I didn't spend a whole lot of time here.
Silent night, holy night, Son of
Now, when it comes to tree colors, that's a different story. There seemed to be a lot bigger selection this year than I remembered in previous years, so I'm going to give you a quick overview of what I saw. I took note of the prices I read, and they varied between $50 and $70 regular price before the sale.
the dawn of redeeming grace.
There's also a huge selection of Christmas lanterns, and of course you could pull the decor off of some of them and use them for other times of the year. Those tree lanterns were $28.99 regular price. I really liked this lantern for $49.99, and it would definitely be easy to pull those decorations off and use it for any time of year. Another great item to stock up on this time of year are these flameless candles. They're only $4 to $5 a piece when you consider the sale price. And of course, those are great for all year too. I do love churches, and I look at this one every year and I can never figure out where I would put it in my house. So I always pass it up every year, and I guess this year won't be any different. And for that matter, since most of you have seen the inside of my house, if you can think of a place that I should put that, let me know in the comments. Next, we're going to take just a quick look at the Christmas trees, and I have a couple of tips for you. So first off, if you like these real looking branches, they also kind of feel real, and I do too. Just know that they're made of polyethylene or PE, and they tend to be a lot more difficult to bend. So if you also like the cascading ribbon look, like I do, you may want to steer away from that, or just understand you're probably going to need some wire to hold the ribbon on. Now, if you're on a budget, but you still want a fuller looking tree, but maybe it won't have as many tips because it's a cheaper tree, just know that a flocked tree is often your best bet because the flocking adds volume and dimension to each branch. That said, also keep in mind that the flocking material can yellow over time. And then, without getting nerdy about the number of lights recommended per foot, push aside the branches and look down inside the tree to ensure the lights aren't just on the edges, but go down deep into the tree, lighting it from the inside out. It makes a big difference, especially when you get it in a dark room. And of course, if you know anything about me, you know that I couldn't leave the store without checking the gingerbread decor. I do gingerbread in my kitchen every year for Christmas. A lot of these were sold out online, so I'm going to have to go back to the store. And I didn't get a close-up video of many of these, but I did take pictures on another day that I was there, so I'm going to insert the pictures right here. I'm interested in adding this cafe to my collection. I think I already have this second one. If I don't, I have one very similar. And I also really like this bakery. I probably like this bakery the most. So I'm definitely getting that this year if there's still one in the store. Unfortunately, a lot of the gingerbread decor tends to be repeats. I would like to meet some new people. That would be some gingerbread people. I figured I'd better give that disclaimer in case any of my family members watch this video because in real life, sometimes I'm a little bit of an introvert. It kind of depends on my mood. It can go both ways. But yeah, I guess I'm going to have to look elsewhere to meet some new gingerbread people. I'll have to expand my social circle, I guess. And just like that, we've come to the end of my video already. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope it's been helpful. If it has, would you please give this video a like? Thank you for doing that. Christmas is right around the corner already, and you know what that means. Lots of Christmas decorating videos to come. Here are some from last year if you're interested in watching any of those. I'm not a pressure salesman, so no pressure at all, but I do invite you to subscribe to my channel if you're interested in decorating videos. Thank you for watching, and as always, stay thankful.